It had not worked to America's benefit. It was hollowing out our middle class. It was hollowing out our manufacturing. And he believes that for us to be a strong country, we need both of those things. We need a strong middle class. We need a prosperous country. We need a strong manufacturing base. And you know, he told the world, I'm going to implement tariffs. He made that decision back at the beginning of April. Since that time, the question has been, what are the obstacles here? I think some of the obstacles are that you ran a campaign based on elbows up, and me too. So you saw the politicians, and they basically stuck with that elbows up approach, and that's okay. That's how Canada decided to respond to what the president was doing on trade globally. Since that time, what have we seen? On a more macro scale, beyond just the details of where they are struggling to reach a deal, Canada has indicated this is our opportunity to rethink how we do trade globally and who our trading partners are going to be. After August 1st, President Trump unleashed 35% tariffs on key Canadian industries. And it wasn't just Canada. Trump's trade war targeted multiple countries. But the Canadian response stood out. Ottawa made it clear. No deal is better than a bad deal. When Trump expected silence, Canada fought back. Washington tried to sell the tariffs as protecting American workers. But for Canadians, this wasn't about playing America's game. It was about resilience. Canada began looking to Europe, Asia, and Mexico for trade. A powerful message was sent. Canada would not be cornered into submission. Some Canadian politicians decided to attack the president personally. They also targeted members of his economic and negotiating team, not on policy, but personally. That was a Canadian decision. All we do is respond to it. The Canadians, in retaliation, imposed tariffs of their own. They not only put tariffs in place, but also started applying them to products under CUSMA, the Canadian-US-Mexico Trade Agreement. And when Canada retaliated with tariffs of its own, the outrage from the US was telling. Ottawa wasn't just defending its industries, it was defending its dignity. Trump and his allies didn't expect a close partner to hit back, but Canadians weren't about to sit quietly while their economy was under attack. These are all issues that need to be worked through as we move forward. So lots to unpack there. Oh yeah, let's start with CUSMA. When the tariffs first came in, Donald Trump had no exemption for free trade goods. That changed a couple of days later, largely thanks to market reaction. Is there any indication from your discussions with the White House that this exemption for free trade goods with Canada could be removed if these irritants, like Canada's tariffs on CUSMA goods, continue? I don't know what the decision will be. That will be the president's decision, his team's decision. I've provided my feedback on what's happening with that. Personally, I think it's a huge problem. Remember, what you're now doing is putting tariffs on a whole set of American products going into Canada. Meanwhile, those same categories of products coming into the United States from Canada are not tariffed. So if you're an American company making a product and sending it to Canada, you're basically out of the market because of the 25% tariff. You cannot compete against Canadian competitors inside Canada. But if a Canadian competitor brings their product into the US tariff-free, they essentially have the entire Canadian market handed to them, since Americans have been priced out of it. But if they want to come into Canada or the US, they're still more than welcome, and they continue to be. This was today's important update. We want to make it absolutely clear that our videos never include any kind of misinformation. Canadian Nexus is dedicated to bringing you verified and trustworthy news from across Canada, from politics to society and everything in between. If you value truth and facts, you're in the right place. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Canadian Nexus channel. Thank you.